Welcome to this, the last of the daily election shows that we've been bringing to you in the build-up to Lok Sabha elections 2019, and that's because counting day is more or less upon us. Day after tomorrow, all day long, we are going to be bringing you the results of the elections with the largest ever digital-only election coverage. More than 30 experts, top politicians, everyone's going to be coming together to tell you exactly what's going to happen on the election. So that's on the 23rd of May. Today, we're going to talk to you a little bit about some of the key personalities that have been there in the election campaign and will almost certainly be the big key personalities going forward. But before I do any of that, here's a quick look at all the election-related news stories that you should be keeping your eye on.
After he praised the Election Commission, former President Pranab Mukherjee has raised concerns over what he called the alleged tampering of voters' verdict. Pranab Mukherjee, a lifelong congressman before he took over the country's top office, issued a statement saying the onus of securing EVMs is with the Election Commission and there can be no room for speculations on the issue. A series of video clips have surfaced, which opposition parties say prove that EVMs are being tampered with or being transported in private cars in parts of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Punjab and Haryana.
The Election Commission has rejected allegations of mishandling of EVMs and VVPAT machines in Uttar Pradesh and maintained that all machines are safe and secure. The statement came after several videos of EVMs being stored and moved from one unauthorized storage house to another surfaced on Twitter. The EC said that all EVMs are in the strong rooms and one representative of each candidate has been allowed to keep vigil. As the controversy around alleged EVM tampering rages on, 22 opposition parties have submitted a memorandum before the Election Commission requesting the poll panel to verify VVPAT slips of 5 random stations before the initiation of counting of votes. The opposition parties also demanded that in the case of any discrepancy during the VVPAT verification, all VVPATs of the assembly segment should be counted.
आप पहले तो वो जो 5 एक विधानसभा में 5 पोलिंग स्टेशन की जो 5 मशीनें गिनोगे वो सबसे पहले गिनो, क्योंकि अगर उसमें गलती होगी तो फिर आप उस पूरी विधानसभा के वीवीपैट को गिनना चाहिए.
The Supreme Court on Tuesday dismissed a new petition that sought matching of all VVPAT slips with EVMs during the counting of votes on the 23rd of May. Calling the petition a nuisance, the court said, "We won't entertain such a plea over and over again. We can't come in the way of people electing their MPs. Let the country elect its government."
After exit polls predicted her win from Bhopal, the Madhya Pradesh government is planning to reopen an old murder case against BJP candidate Pragya Singh Thakur. The Congress-led government in MP will seek a legal opinion on reopening the murder case of ex-RSS Pracharak Sunil Joshi, in which Pragya Singh was acquitted, State Law Minister PC Sharma said. Joshi was shot dead in Dewas district in 2007. Thakur and 7 accused were acquitted by a court there in 2017 due to lack of evidence against them.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday tweeted his tributes to former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi on his death anniversary. Prime Minister's tributes come just days after his bitter attacks on Rajiv Gandhi during the election campaign. Rajiv's family, including Sonia, Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi, and several Congress leaders, including former President Pranab Mukherjee and former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, paid respects to Rajiv Gandhi in Delhi. A day after exit polls predicted a sweeping victory for the BJP-led NDA, Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi on Monday released an audio message advising party workers to not fall for rumours intended to make them drop their guard ahead of counting of the votes on May 23rd. Priyanka asked Congress workers to not let exit polls break their determination. She asked workers to keep vigil outside strong rooms and counting centres amid several complaints on social media of suspicious EVM movements.
So as you can see, the opposition seems to be a bit concerned about those EVMs after the exit polls. Perhaps that was only to be expected. Well, earlier in the day, I got a chance to speak to Shashi Tharoor in a Twitter dialogues, and one of the questions I put to him was about the exit polls and about the EVMs. Here's an interesting question that Ikbin Ujjaini, that's an interesting name, at Ikbin Ujjaini says, do you trust the EVMs or do you want a result of the ballot? And these arguments that are being made around the EVM, is it an almost, as I'm going to ask a follow-up question. He also has a question, your evaluation of the Election Commission's performance during the 2019 election.
Okay, so on EVMs, in principle, I trust them. I think they've worked for a generation now, and by and large, there've not been any significant concerns. The problem is that around this election, there's been an enormous amount of rumors which have floated, and not all of them seem to have been ill-founded. Some of them are not. But there's some real concern that some people are playing fast and loose, and in particular, concern about two kinds of problems. One is the mysterious disappearance of EVMs. There is a gap between the number of EVMs manufactured and the number of EVMs the Election Commission claims to have in its possession. And no one is able to satisfactorily account for something as high as 20 lakh missing EVM machines. This is in the media, so I'm not making this up. And those machines could have fallen into the hands of unscrupulous operators. What's being done with them, and is there a danger that those machines will substitute for the real ones that people actually voted on? That's one whole area of question. And you may have seen even today and yesterday, there have been a number of reports of EVMs being transported, which should not have happened, because technically everything is in a storeroom under lock and key and seal, and should only be open in the presence of all candidates tomorrow. So what are these EVMs that are being transported? We are waiting for an official explanation from the EC. I understand that some people are claiming these are merely reserve EVMs, but the rules about EVMs say very clearly even the reserves are meant to be locked up after the voting is done. So there shouldn't have been any EVMs floating around. And yet if you just go on Twitter, you will find half a dozen different videos from different places across North India showing EVMs being moved around quite casually. So that's one area of concern. The second area of concern, as you know, relates to various theories about the potential for EVMs to be hacked. There I'm a little less worried, because I do trust the Election Commission when they say that's not possible.
And no one's been able to prove that these can be hacked. And
yeah, I mean,
we had Pranab Mukherjee just yesterday saying, at Sonia's book launch, that he believed that the Election Commission had done a great job. Do you share that opinion, that the Election Commission?
In 2019, I'm disappointed by many decisions of the Election Commission. I think they did a very shoddy job in the deletion of legitimate names from voters' lists. Really badly done, where large numbers of people actually with Election Commission ID cards showed up and were told they were not allowed to vote because their name was not on the list. Something went wrong in that process that needs to be fixed. We ought to be empowering our citizens and not disenfranchising them. Second, they did a pretty poor job, it seems to me, in being effective in responding to concerns of EVM malfunction. I still say malfunction rather than hacking, but there have been at least a dozen cases from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, UP, Madhya Pradesh and elsewhere, in which people claimed that votes they had cast for other parties went to the BJP symbol, and they cried the alarm and the machine was replaced. But the question that comes up is, why was it happening, and why were these malfunctions always in the direction of the BJP and not anywhere else? That raised some unnecessary concern. And the third thing we are unhappy with the Election Commission about is their double standards in their rulings. A lot of things were said and done by the Prime Minister and Mr. Amit Shah, which in anybody else's conduct would have been sanctioned by the Election Commission and were not. So I cannot say that I'm totally happy with the Election Commission. I believe the Election Commission is a great innovation. Its independence, impartiality and integrity have been the bedrock on which India's electoral credibility has rested.
But this
year there have been real flaws.
Now, the personalities that are likely to emerge after May 23rd, because remember, elections at the end of the day are about personalities. If the exit polls are correct, then there is only one personality whom anyone is going to be talking about. And that's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, back for another 5 years after running a parliamentary election in an almost presidential manner, making the election a referendum on himself and winning. That's if the exit polls are correct, it's all going to be about Narendra Modi. And that's, to be fair, what he would deserve if he does win the sort of a mandate that the exit polls are saying, because on the campaign trail, it was very clear why the BJP voters were going out to vote.
मोदी के नाम पर देश वोट देने के लिए तैयार है, और विकास की आंधी नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने पूरे देश के अंदर की है। उसके नाम के ऊपर नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नाम पर वोट मिल रहा है भारत देश के अंदर।
मोदी जी ने देश के लिए काम किया है, इसलिए मोदी को वोट देंगे। राष्ट्र को वो इतना ऊपर ऊपर लेके गए। हमें उनसे यही उम्मीद है कि वो राष्ट्र को और आगे लेके जाएंगे। विदेशों में जो उन्होंने हमारी पहचान बनाई है, पहले हर हिंदुस्तानी को वहाँ पर नीची नज़रों से देखा जाता था, आज हर हिंदुस्तानी गर्व से 56 इंच के सीने के साथ कह सकता है कि हाँ, हमें अपने प्रधानमंत्री पे गर्व है, हम इंडियन हैं, हम भारतीय हैं। घर घर मोदी।
राष्ट्रीय मुद्दे पे भीड़ है, लोगों का उत्साह जो है राष्ट्र के सुरक्षा के लिए, राष्ट्रीय देश की सुरक्षा के लिए जो एक मजबूत सरकार लाए उसके लिए भीड़ है।
इसके लिए बहुत अच्छा है। राष्ट्रवाद से जो है, जो भी पब्लिक है राष्ट्रवाद पे वोट डाल रही है ज़्यादातर, कैंडिडेट को कम देख रही है, बाकी कैंडिडेट भी कहीं कहीं ठीक है।
तो यानी कि भाजपा ने एक तरह से इसको सक्सेसफुली एक चुनाव बना दिया है कि अगर आप मोदी के लिए वोट दे रहे हैं तो आप देश को वोट दे रहे हैं, अगर आप मोदी के खिलाफ वोट दे रहे हैं तो आप एंटी नेशनल हैं।
करेक्ट बात, बिल्कुल सही बात है।
पर ऐसा क्यों है? क्योंकि ये तो नहीं लगता, एक तरह से भी ये कहा जा सकता है कि विपक्ष भी तो भारतीय ही है।
ऐसा है कि व्यक्ति में फर्क है ना, उसका व्यक्तित्व अलग है ना।
आने वाले टाइम में विधानसभा के चुनाव में आदमी कुछ भी करे, लेकिन मोदी जी को लाना है, देश को बचाना।
ये तो हम तो व्यवहार देख रहे हैं, कमल के फूल का। हाँ जी।
उसकी वजह
वहाँ ने हमारे बहुत हरियाणा के अंदर जो जितने काम करवाए हैं, वहाँ के हिसाब से देखते हुए, जिम्मेदार को देखते हुए, जितने उसने हमारे लिए वो करी है ना, बहुत ही बढ़िया उसने वो कराया। सुविधा भी, और भाई बैंकन में भी, और जो साल में 3 किस्त में जो 2000 रुपये किस्त देने की भी, और भाई मंथली बालकन के बारे में भी सोची है उसने। अब देखो उसके आगे क्या होता है।
पहले तो गांव में कहीं भी ऐसे खेत में कहीं बैठ जावे, अब थोड़ी बैठा जा। अभी देखो यहाँ के पहले इतने गारे कीच में कर औरत निकलाई, और अब देखो खूब बढ़िया अपने लैट्रिन भी, अब बाथरूम तक के भी सब कुछ।
तो वाराणसी में देखें तो आप एयरपोर्ट से यहाँ आने में आपको 2 घंटे लग जाते थे, आज की डेट में आप मुश्किल से 10 मिनट में एयरपोर्ट से यहाँ आ जाते हैं।
आपने तो पूरा बकायदा ये बैज पहना है, बैज दिखाओ। हाँ
सर, मैं जब से छोटा हूँ, जब से यहाँ पे छोटा हूँ, मैं जब से देखा हूँ कि प्रधानमंत्री जब तक नरेंद्र मोदी बने हैं, उन्होंने अच्छा काम किया है। लेकिन जो कांग्रेस आए हैं लेकिन अच्छा काम कांग्रेस ने किया है।
पर यहाँ तो गठबंधन का असर है ना, बहुजन समाज पार्टी, समाजवादी पार्टी
कुछ नहीं होने वाला है। भाजपा जीतेगा, भाजपा ही जीतेगा।
लखनऊ से गढ़ है भाजपा का, और भाजपा ही आएगी लखनऊ से।
ना मोदी जी आएंगे, और कोई मुद्दा नहीं है। और कोई मुद्दा है ही नहीं। सरकार मोदी की आनी चाहिए, अगर भला कर सकता है तो मोदी ही कर सकता है जी।
पूरे देश मोदी में मोदी अच्छा काम कर रहा है, हम मोदी को वोट दे रहे हैं।
एंड आवर प्रेडिक्शन इज बीजेपी विल कम 100% Bangalore also.
So BJP did really well in Karnataka last time. Your sense is that again BJP is going to
yeah.
What's the reason for that? Is it because of local things or Modi or what?
It's all Modi branded.
Modi.
Because of he has done something good. We are seeing the results.
Okay.
That's what we are feeling. Modi will come 100%.
Okay. Are you enjoying the election? Thinking of voting? Not yet.
She has actually told us to vote for BJP.
Oh, she was? Yeah. You're starting young, huh? You started young. Why did you say vote for BJP? Oh, because you like Narendra Modi. Now, let's look at another possibility. What if the exit polls are wrong? What if it's a hung parliament? What if we are in that jod-tod mode and everyone's running around trying to figure out who are the allies, what should happen, who's going to be stepping up? Well, then there will be some other personalities whom people will have their eyes on. For starters, people may have their eyes on Mayawati, the person who, along with Akhilesh Yadav, put together that Gathbandhan in Uttar Pradesh. And to be fair, the only way that the exit polls are really likely to be wrong is if the BJP does badly in Uttar Pradesh. If that happens, Mayawati will get some of the credit.
नमो नमो वाले जा रहे हैं और जय भीम वाले आ रहे हैं.
Not a single seat in her kitty in 2014. Worst party performance since 1991 in 2017 UP Assembly election with just 19 seats. Yet, Bahujan Samaj Party Supremo Mayawati remains the Dalit powerhouse. In fact, till 2014, Modi wave swept away caste fault lines in the Hindi heartland. Mayawati was considered as the only leader with a near transferable vote bank. But mercurial Mayawati remains a political force to reckon with. So much so that even at the lowest ebb of her political standing, she is not shying away from making her prime ministerial ambitions public.
अब ये साफ हो चुका है कि समाजवादी पार्टी ने गठबंधन के बहाने बहन मायावती का तो फायदा उठा लिया। अब बहन जी को समझ आ गया है कि ये सपा ने और कांग्रेस ने मिलकर के बहुत बड़ा खेल खेला है।
Her Bahujan Samaj Party is fighting these do-or-die elections with its back to the wall. Survival instinct has forced sworn enemies, SP and BSP, to ally against the Modi-Shah juggernaut. But it's evidence of Mayawati's political potential that none other than the Prime Minister himself would attempt to wean her away from the Congress and the Samajwadi Party. But in the face of Mayawati's shrewd political instinct, Prime Minister's attempt boomeranged spectacularly as she called him out and asked her supporters to vote for Sonia and Rahul Gandhi in Raebareli and Amethi.
बीजेपी व आरएसएसवादी ताकतों को कमजोर करने के लिए यहाँ उत्तर प्रदेश की अमेठी व रायबरेली लोकसभा की सीट को कांग्रेस पार्टी के लिए इसलिए छोड़ दिया था ताकि इस पार्टी के दोनों सर्वोच्च नेता इन दोनों सीटों में ही उलझकर ना रह जाए।
But one thing you can be sure about Mayawati is that you can't be sure of anything. Her post-poll machinations will be something to watch out for. She has done ideological somersaults aligning with the BJP in Uttar Pradesh earlier. And there is no reason to believe she wouldn't do it again. Even during her campaign, she slammed Congress on more occasions than one, often equating it with the BJP. Maya is the reason why Congress was junked out of the UP alliance.
कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ चुनावी गठबंधन करने से कोई खास लाभ मिलने वाला नहीं है।
She's currently hedging her bets on Gathbandhan, faring well enough to prop up her personal ambition with the support of a newfound ally, Akhilesh, who has time and again said that he wants to see the next Prime Minister from Uttar Pradesh.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग कहते हैं कि हमें नया भारत बनाना है। ये महागठबंधन कहता है हमें नया प्रधानमंत्री बनाना है।
This may just be the Behenji moment.
So Mayawati may well be talked about after the elections, depending on what happens. I was talking about a hung parliament though. If there is a hung parliament and if people are trying to figure out how are the numbers going to be put together, I would venture that there is going to be one particular area that people will be looking at, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. And two leaders, Jagan Reddy in Andhra Pradesh and KCR in Telangana. Let's start with Jagan. If Jagan does do really well, although some exit polls are saying the TDP may well triumph, but who knows? If Jagan does do very well and controls 17 to 18 seats, whom is he going to go with?
Armed with his father's legacy and a politics made of promises, Jagan Mohan Reddy is determined to make history. Jagan started his political career with the Congress under the stewardship of his late father and party stalwart YSR Rajshekhar Reddy. The death of YSR in a helicopter crash in September 2009 plunged the state into political chaos. Jagan thought he was the natural heir, but Congress went with K. Rozaiya. With the backing of a section of YSR loyalists, Jagan defied the party leadership to embark upon Odarpur Yatra to console the family of those who died of shock on hearing the news about his father's death. That was his rebellion, and he hasn't looked back since. In 2011, Jagan launched YSR Congress Party and replaced Congress as the second biggest player in the state after the TDP in the 2014 Assembly and Lok Sabha polls. Jagan's party won 67 Assembly seats and 9 Lok Sabha seats. He faced multiple corruption cases and was even jailed for 16 months when the Congress-led UPA 2 was in power. When the BJP-led NDA came to power, the central investigating agencies apparently went slow with his cases. However, in an interview to a news channel recently, Jagan said he was not nursing vengeance against anybody and has forgiven the Congress. That throws his 2019 move open to speculation. Jagan made it clear through the campaign that he wanted to see a hung parliament so that he can extract maximum for his state from the centre in return of support. Jagan has also made it clear that he will support whoever grants special status to Andhra.
And finally, let's look at KCR, the person who was trying to position himself as the head of a federal front, trying to put together an alternative. Exit polls are saying that, well, maybe no one's going to even be talking about that after the elections are over because the BJP is going to win. If it doesn't happen, if it's hung, KCR, a person to keep your eyes on.
Jai Telangana! Jai Telangana!
Away from the corridors of power in Delhi, something has been brewing in Hyderabad. And the one man who is busy preparing a post-poll strategy is K. Chandrasekhar Rao, the Chief Minister of Telangana and the founder of TRS. While banking on arithmetic, KCR has kept all his options open. His overtures to regional players show he is flexible when it comes to his own political future. But KCR has a history of being unpredictable. In 2004, he joined the Congress-led UPA to become Union Minister. But in 2009, he was seen at an election rally of BJP veteran L.K. Advani in Ludhiana. Since 2014, he has been perceived as a friend to the BJP. He backed demonetization, GST and other decisions made by the Narendra Modi government. So what are KCR's options? TRS could provide outside support to the NDA. Though this is KCR's most likely move, it will put the TRS at odds with the AIMIM, led by Asaduddin Owaisi, who is a vocal critic of PM Modi. Another option for KCR could be to join the UPA fold. KCR has been a Congress ally in the 2004 Lok Sabha elections, and AIMIM has supported Congress consistently in the past. Jagan Mohan Reddy is also from the Congress fold and has publicly said he has no hard feelings about the past. Another option for KCR is to form a federal front government with outside support from the Congress. This is the most unlikely option. Other players in such an arrangement could be non-aligned parties like the Mahagathbandhan or the Trinamool Congress. The fourth option for KCR is to join the NDA fold and in return secure some funds for Telangana as well as a key ministerial berth at the centre. KCR has made it clear that he is now seeking a larger role in Delhi, and all his moves will be guided by his ambition to increase his clout.
Johar Telangana mara veerulakku!
The possibilities are many.
Telangana! Jai Telangana!
And before I go, I'm sure you're wondering, what about Rahul Gandhi? What's going to happen to him after the elections? Well, if the Congress does really well, he's going to be spoken about, he's going to be talked about. If the UPA is in a position to form the government, people are going to say, yes, he's really revived the party. If not, if the Congress does as badly as some of the exit polls are saying, then yes, there is going to be that question mark he'll have to face. And yes, I did put that question to Shashi Tharoor earlier in the day. This is what he had to say. Arpan Sarkar says, if the exit poll numbers are true, will there be a change of guard in the Congress party? Will Rahul Gandhi step down and pass the baton to fresh faces?
Look, I don't expect that, and in any case, it's not my call or anybody else's call. Any party leader will judge these things, but there's a lot of confidence in Rahul Gandhi. I must say that if you look at the conduct of Rahul Gandhi during this election, he has won unstintingly high praise and admiration across the board for having in many, many ways been able to exceed the expectations of him, which had been based on his previous performance, particularly in 2014. This time around, you've seen the number of interviews that he gave, the number of spontaneous Q&As that he participated in on all sorts of media and in both English and Hindi. And overwhelmingly, the feedback by the journalists who've interviewed him has been of admiration. So it's almost the wrong time to be asking for a change of guard. I think in many ways the prescription is going to be build on what has been accomplished. It will certainly be a better result than 2014, even in the worst case exit poll.
And that's it for now. It's been real fun bringing all of these special stories to you, traveling thousands of kilometers around the country on Election Express. It's been a pleasure. Do join us for the special Counting Day show. It's the largest ever digital-only election show ever. Do watch that right here on Airtel, on Twitter, on Editor G, and on many other partners, including the Hindustan Times. Do remember to watch that on the 23rd of May.